love the vibe of the View. Yes. It's these amazing ladies who are talking about big issues. It's great to be here. Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you. Yeah, you can give it that. So we got so much to ask you about, but first I wanted to know, as someone who's had to clean up a whole lot of political mess,
just a few
over in your career, have you ever seen anything as bizarre as Kristi Noem? Come on.
Well, Whoopi, I've never worked for somebody who shot their puppy in the face, so I'll start there. I've also never worked for somebody who's lied about a foreign leader they've met with. And Alyssa made this point. This is so true. Meeting with Kim Jong-un, there are a handful of people who have ever done this. It's very knowable. And also, Sarah, you made this point. I'm just echoing all of you here. I just wrote a book. You write your book. Whoopi just wrote a book. The book's coming out tomorrow, same day. Congratulations. It's great. I've been reading it. But you read the book 1,000 times.
So many.
You read it out loud. When you're doing the audiobook, you think, oh, you need a comma there. That weird word is strange. When she said, and I met with Kim Jong-un, did she think to herself, I didn't meet with Kim Jong-un? So to me, I've done lots of cleanup. Alyssa's done lots of cleanup. Not quite this kind of cleanup.
Maybe she read it to herself and said, psych.
Just we're at the psych. So Jen, I want to ask you, because you've been obviously covering Trump's hush money trial for MSNBC, and I didn't realize this. So you and I both know Hope Hicks, and so she had this kind of blockbuster.
You probably know her better than I do.
Yes, and in a different capacity than you do. But her testimony was pretty blockbuster that we heard on Friday. What was your takeaway? And tell me about your experience with her.
Well, I thought it was blockbuster because she was, and Sunny's the actual lawyer here, so she thought it was blockbuster. It was juicy because she basically conveyed to the jury this was his motivation.
Yes.
He knew that he wanted to influence the outcome of the election.
The intent was right there.
The intent, and that is so key here. She also was incredibly close to former President Trump, and I've met her only once when she came to the White House with then President-elect Trump and Jared Kushner 2 days after the election. We were a little shell-shocked in this moment, I will just admit. But we wanted to. President Obama told us, you got to be graceful. This is the transfer of power, the transition of power. We had been treated with tremendous grace by the Bush team, and we wanted to do the same thing. And I met with her, and I said, do you have any questions? What can I help you with? And her main question was, how did you get President Obama to approve every statement? And I said, we don't. I mean, if it's National Pancake Day, we just put out the statement, right? If it's a tough issue, we discuss it with him. And she said, President, Mr. Trump is going to want to approve everything. And at the moment, I thought, that's weird. And also, you're never going to be able to do that. But watching her on Friday, I was just reflecting on that moment because it does tell you how engaged. If he's engaged in the little things, approving a Pancake Day statement, which literally there may be one from the White House. Of course he's involved in the big things.
Yes.
And that I remembered that story quite well in that moment.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
It was something. Well, the other story dominating the news cycle, of course, are the protests over the Israel-Hamas war that have been taking place on college campuses nationwide. Bernie Sanders over the weekend said this may be President Biden's Vietnam. How much of a hazard is this issue for Biden in terms of his re-election chances?
Well, let me first say, I spent a lot of time in other countries, not North Korea, but where peaceful protest is not allowed. And it is allowed in this country. And that is a tremendous, amazing thing. And I was very pleased to see the president go out and make a statement to convey that on Thursday. I think we don't know the political impact.
Looking at the woman, the ex-secretary for the White House, looking at what she said when she came, according to Jane, she tried to explain that they asked her that what does she think about the election. According to her, she explained that when Trump was entering into power, then Obama was leaving, Obama told them to be nice because President Bush people were nice to them when they come in. So it's a procedure. You give back what you're given to. So they asked about Hope Hick. She said that Hope Hick came in and she could see that Hope Hick was there, and Hope Hick asked her that what does she think about how does President Obama approve every project bring to him. She said not really. They have to convince him. Some she reject. To Hope say that President Donald Trump is going to want every project to be approved. She don't even know how they are going to stop him not to accept approve all the projects. So basically, she's going. So basically, she's going to approve every project. So they are going to look for a method, a way that they can solve that situation, a way that they can do that. So basically, she was being asked again because they asked her some intelligent questions and she gave some answers. So she was being asked about what can President Biden do, like now that a lot of people, to attract a lot of white and a lot of black and Hispanic people. She just said that President Biden just have to do his work that he has been doing. He have to put more effort. That basically, even for the youth, most of the youth they did a background on Harvard, and they see that most of the youth, they're talking about the economic, the house rent is too high for new renters, so they were worried about that. But Sarah went and talk about data. The data shows that they are living President Biden regime. House rent is better, economic is better, food prices. She said nope. Basically, all those data are showing that also things are reducing. But the main people who are there is the people who are suffering, which are the students, for example. They keep saying the house rent is there. They keep talking about the economy. So President Biden have to do something to the economy. He could not just sit and just assume because of what the data is saying, because data will say something else and the data act differently from what actually the people are suffering. So if you see that she was very skeptical with her question that she kept they asked her, and she answered very well and perfectly. They asked her if she has met any person like Chris Norm. She said that meeting someone like Chris Norm is very difficult. She never met someone who have killed more than their dog. She never met someone who have lied about a particular person that they met that they did not meet, like this person that Christy talked about in her book that she met in South Korea. They asked her South or North Korea. She said she don't really know. After she accepted that she has seen the man, after she said she had not met the person. So the Christy no more just confused. So basically, what do you really think about all this? What do you think is the best strategy that Biden can do to win this election? What do you think on how to satisfy the people, especially the youth who are marching out, who are crying out? Let me see your opinion in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and help share the video. God bless you.